How a Boeing 777, one of the biggest and most modern aircraft in the world, can just vanish without a trace. The Boeing 737 is a marvel of modern engineering, equipped with state-of-the-art technology and safety features. It's designed to be tracked and monitored at all times, making its disappearance all the more baffling. In the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean, even the smallest piece of debris can tell a story. Satellites scan the Earth, ships traverse the waters, and yet, sometimes, the ocean keeps its secrets well hidden. There are mysteries in the world, and then there is the story of MH370, a story that has gripped the world, leaving families in anguish and experts puzzled. The disappearance of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, otherwise known as MH370 or MAS370, is one of the greatest aviation mysteries. This is a story so full of questions and theories that it's almost impossible to tell it without resorting to pure speculation. From mechanical failure to hijacking, from pilot error to deliberate act, the theories are as numerous as they are varied. Each piece of evidence, each new discovery, only seems to deepen the mystery. This is the story of MH370, a flight that was supposed to be routine but turned into a nightmare. A flight that has left an indelible mark on aviation history. It is the 7th of March 2014. A crew from Malaysian Airlines checked in for a night duty which was to take them from Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia up to Beijing International Airport in China. The crew, experienced and well-trained, prepared for what was expected to be an uneventful journey. It was supposed to be a quite nice duty with a calculated flight time of 5 hours and 34 minutes. The passengers settled in, the crew went through their pre-flight checks, and the plane was ready for takeoff. The night was calm and the weather conditions were favorable for a smooth flight. The plane taxis to the runway. At 12:40 a.m., MH370 accelerates down runway 32R. The Boeing 777, a marvel of modern aviation, is embarking on what should be a routine flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Little did anyone know this would be the last time MH370 would be seen, sparking a search that would span years and cover vast distances. The passengers, a mix of families, business travelers and tourists, settle in for the journey, unaware of the events that were about to unfold. As the plane ascends into the night sky, ATC monitors its progress, their screens filled with the usual flurry of blips representing aircraft crisscrossing around the globe. As the plane climbs to 35,000 feet, they are cleared to fly direct to their first waypoint, Igari. The pilots, experienced and calm, follow standard procedures, communicating with air traffic control and ensuring everything is in order. The plane crosses the Malaysian coastline, and it is now over the vast South China Sea. Below, the dark waters stretch endlessly, a stark contrast to the bustling cities left behind. Some of the passengers are already asleep, others are watching movies or reading. So far, everything is routine. The flight attendants begin their service, offering drinks and snacks, while the pilots maintain their steady course. The hum of the Rolls-Royce Trent 800 series engines is a comforting constant, a reminder of the technology and expertise keeping everyone safe. At around 1:15 a.m., 45 minutes after takeoff, the plane nears Igari. The pilots are instructed to contact Vietnam ATC. This handoff is a standard procedure, a transition from one ATC region to another. The crew are supposed to check in with Vietnam ATC within 1 minute after the handoff from Malaysian ATC. The pilots prepare for this routine communication, their voices calm and professional, as they have done countless times before. The plane crosses Igari and begins turning right towards its next waypoint, BITOD. The turn is smooth, almost imperceptible to the passengers, who continue with their activities, unaware of the significance of this moment. This plane never contacts Vietnam ATC. Around 2 minutes after making this turn, MH370 disappears from radar. The blip representing the aircraft vanishes from the screens, leaving air traffic controllers puzzled and concerned. A modern commercial airliner carrying 239 people has vanished. families and friends of the passengers remain blissfully unaware, their loved ones' journey now shrouded in mystery. The world will soon be gripped by the enigma of MH370, a disappearance that will baffle experts and haunt the hearts of many people. A multinational search effort is launched, concentrating around the last known position of the plane in the South China Sea. Time is critical. The search crew needs to find the plane soon to have any chance of saving the passengers on board. Sadly, there's nothing. No debris, no survivors, nothing. But then, a bombshell revelation. After the plane disappeared from radar, the Malaysian military detected MH370. Turning back and flying across Malaysia, headed northwest up the Straits of Malacca and then disappeared out of range, just north of Sumatra. The deliberate maneuvers, the sharp turns, the disappearance from radar, the calculated avoidance of other planes, it all started to point in the direction of a hijacking. After 7 hours in the air, the plane runs out of fuel. The fuel gauges drop to zero, and the low fuel warning lights up in the cockpit, signaling the beginning of a critical situation. Boeing engineers simulate what happens when the Boeing 777 runs out of fuel, and they recreate the likely final minutes of the airplane. In the simulator, they meticulously analyze every possible scenario, trying to understand the sequence of events that would unfold in such a dire situation. First, the right engine flames out. The sudden loss of power from one engine creates an immediate imbalance, causing the aircraft to veer off its intended path. The autopilot compensates for the imbalance with a hard left turn. This maneuver is designed to stabilize the aircraft, but it also means the plane is no longer on its original course. Minutes after that, the left engine flames out too. With both engines now inoperative, the situation becomes even more critical. The plane is now gliding, relying solely on its momentum and altitude. With no power, the autopilot and the SATCOM unit switch off. The cockpit goes dark, and the pilots lose most of their instruments, making it extremely challenging to control the aircraft. The APU is switched on to provide emergency power. This small turbine engine is designed to supply electricity to essential systems, giving the pilots a fighting chance to manage the situation. This causes the SATCOM unit to reboot and send a final log-on message to the satellite. This message is a crucial piece of data, helping investigators trace the plane's final moments. This corresponds to the seventh arc. The seventh arc is a calculated line on the map, representing the possible locations where the plane could have ended up based on the final satellite communication. Depending on whether there was someone at the controls of the plane or not, the plane would have either plummeted straight down into the ocean or glided gradually, impacting the southern Indian Ocean at a shallow angle. If the pilots were still in control, they might have attempted a controlled ditching, trying to land the plane as smoothly as possible on the water. However, if the cockpit was unmanned, the plane would have descended uncontrollably, leading to a catastrophic impact. The exact details of these final moments remain a mystery, but the evidence suggests a tragic end in the vast expanse of the southern Indian Ocean. In every Boeing simulation, the crash site lies within 29 miles of the seventh arc. But even after years of search in that location, both governmental and private search parties have been unable to locate the crash site of MH370, making this the longest unsolved mystery in aviation history. Only time, money, and the continued desire for answers separate us from the discovery of what really happened to MH370. The disappearance of MH370 remains one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time. Please subscribe to my channel. Please view my Air India Flight 101, a nail-biting journey, the Helderberg disaster, a tragic flight, and thanks for watching. See you soon.